What's up, guys? Brett here, back with my YouTube channel, Goodtalk Gaming. Welcome to Silver City. So we're back. I haven't done any of this on the channel in a while, but playing some Heroes of the Storm has been something that I do in my free time to kind of unwind from stressful days. And I was like, you know what? I just had an awesome Joanna game. It was a no heals game where my opponents didn't have a tank, and I ran over them for like 20 minutes. And that was super fun. And I was like, you know what? I'm having such a good time. Why don't we record the next one? And depending on what my allies take here, I'm pretty good with Gul'dan. I just don't like his playstyle, and you really have to have on-point healers, I feel like, in this mode to just maximize that damage. My last game, I will say, had a horrible Cassia. Nazebo's probably more fun, but Cassia was so bad, I think I out-DPS'd that player by like 20k. By the end of it on a Joanna. Yeah, so that wasn't any good. So I kind of just want to get the bad taste in my mouth out of my mouth from, that player. I think it was their first time, which is no big deal, guys. If it's your first time playing a character, my advice is, though, just let everyone know. There's going to be people on your team who are good, who can like hook you up with the good builds or whatever, or at least just give you advice on how to play the character. And then you learn, they get to help you. There's always going to be those people on your team, though, that want to be like know-it-alls and like tell you have to do this build or else you suck. And that's not true. There's usually at least 2 good, very different builds on each character. And I'm going to do my best to not suck here because our opponent's team is pretty stacked.
We advance.
Okay, we've got an AFK Stitches for a moment. Need to play a little bit safe.
A hero has left the battle.
And we landed our blind. But the one we really need to blind is going to be Zul'jin. Zul'jin and Kayle are pretty much kings of this mode. Mephisto's kind of like a close second, really. And Anduin's an excellent healer. And they're going to have perpetual vision on us because of Medivh. Medivh in the right hands is a pretty brutal character to play against. Can do a lot of good healing by making characters invulnerable, but can also, I whiffed at close range, but can also do a surprising amount of damage. And I'm worried about some of our teammates. They seem to be very AFK. Okay. I'm trying to predict where they're moving, and I'm not doing the best job. I should probably have about 10 stacks at this point. I got first blood, but that doesn't mean a whole lot in this mode. Don't burn me, bro. Got him. Saw I threaded the needle there. That was pretty sweet. Let's get out of here before we get nuked by Skull Missile. I needed that creep to stay alive so I could spread the lightning to other parts. I played Whitemane recently, and her changes are pretty interesting. I don't hate her. She feels weaker to me, but I appreciate what they were trying to do with her playstyle. They took some things that were like really good talents, and they made them givens. And then they made her so that you have to constantly be doing something. They made her a much more active character.
Choose a talent.
We did blind him. We got to be more careful. I'm playing as if I already have my talents. Let's get Plate of the Whale, so we'll get HP regen. Because I have a feeling our Whitemane's going to have a hard time healing us. So you've got to constantly be landing your, I think it's called, not Searing Lash. It might be Searing Lash. It's her cross-shaped ability, and every time you land it, I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes, but it's very different. But every time you land it, it gives you mana, resets cooldowns, makes something free. I don't remember. But it's like a 1-2 punch, so you've got to be offensive and defensive with her. Instead of just sitting really far back. Damn, whiffed. check the DPS real quick. Zul'jin's leading by a little bit. Not surprising. We have a bot Stitches. So I'm sorry to bring you guys in on a game where our opponents have just unbelievably powerful heroes. And we have a bot. That's our good 1-2 punch there for Zul'jin. Gotta blind him first and then go in hot. But if he's not blind, we don't want to fight him. Our natural passives, if you're not familiar, is avoidance. So as long as we're moving, we gain armor. Damn. Okay. Thanks for the heal. Constantly going to be keeping my eye out for globes and respawns. Any pressure we can help to take off of white main is great. Almost got him. So close. Okay, he didn't go up. My bad.
Choose a talent.
Okay, I might be dead. I was going to say, if he lands that tornado, I'm probably dead. White man was there, though. So let's give ourselves some movement speed. Jesus. Oops. You always want to be careful about pulling in creeps or camps. You want your opponents to do that. That'll put a little bit of right-click damage on them. So I blinded them, I caught the camp, and the camp attacked me. Whereas maybe Zul'jin throws some axes, hits the camp, and then the camp aggroes on him. Okay. Oh. I didn't want to kill Stitches, but Stitches wouldn't move. Kind of got body blocked to the Supreme. But everybody there is under the influence of Living Bomb. Oh, man. Well, I wanted to bring you guys in on a sick game, and instead I kind of brought you in on a pretty standard Heroes of the Storm game where it often feels pretty one-sided. The Stitches bot landed a hook. That's awesome. If we blind the creep wave, it won't hurt us. Our stacks aren't awesome right now, but they're not bad either.
Such daring double kill.
Very good. Man, Stitches bot is on a roll. Playing better than some actual Stitches that I've seen.
Your spirit is strong.
Damn. You can take angles against gates to try and, you know, send your lightning into the backfield. Hoping to hit some people. We just need to constantly be moving, that way we're healing. I'm gonna go for ball lightning. Valkyrie wouldn't be bad though. A way to like pull Zul'jin in. Or Kale for that matter. Okay. You know, if Kel'thuzad had landed some of that stuff a second sooner, we might have had something there. They're very dodgy. Nice. I mean, all that really happened there was Kel was probably dead already. And then Zul'jin used his ult. Alright, Stitches hooked me. That might have been my fault, actually. Damn. That's what I said early on, guys. Clutch plays by that the Medivh. Really keeping them in the fight. So I think I've got to get 40. Yes. 40 is my quest. I know I haven't gone over the specifics. I'm kind of playing as if you guys already know everything. Let me die, and then I'll talk a little bit about, you know, what my overall strat here is. Damn, okay, dead. Well, my first talent, if you don't know, so after hitting 20 heroes, we get increased damage by 100. After hitting 40, we get a second charge, and we reduce its mana cost, which basically allows us to go infinite on mana. See if we can get the slow. Nah, you always get vigor. With 2 charges and the cooldown reduction, you basically have infinite lightning furies as long as you're landing most of them. Which I kinda am, but they don't really have a tank. There's no one for me here in this game to get like guaranteed hits on. Which is part of the reason why I'm kinda like messing up a little. Everyone's playing back. Wow. Nice. Weird ult choice. I would much prefer to have the heal. But it does synergize well with Jaina plus Kel'thuzad. They both have giant AoE slows that they can do. We're just going to keep throwing these. Whew. Let's get out of there. Keep running so we don't take a ton of damage. Get a little bit of armor. And that's good because it didn't catch us.
The angels smile on you. You have double kill.
Alright, double kill for us, but that was definitely mostly our teammates. We're doing, I mean, the majority of the damage. We're leading the damage in the game, but we haven't even really gotten off the rails powerful yet. Penetrate is what I'm going to go for next. It's going to buff up my fend, so over time it'll deal even more damage. I feel like we're doing a lot of damage from fend. If you can land that blinding light fend combo, you can get a ton of damage. 20% is what you already get as part of its passive. Like this here. Let me make sure I don't spread the bomb. That was kind of on... At that point, that was definitely on white main. Yeah, she's dead now because she did not correctly dodge. Oh, she healed herself. That's cool. And we might have had a play there, but not after we got frozen in time. Okay. Smart players here. I'm noticing we're playing against a lot of Asian players. Oh, man. Alright, I went a little too hard. But in that one fight, I did like 10,000 damage. Which is cool, but I didn't get any kills. Yeah, they just... I mean, they have the top tier AD carry. They have the top tier magic carry. And then they have probably the second top tier magic carry, in my opinion. Mephisto is so abusable in this mode. And I really like Anduin as a healer in this mode as well. He's really strong. I take him every chance I get. What's Medivh doing? How's Medivh doing? Good damage. And not bad healing. Yeah, about what I'd expect. Never want to let him hit you with the skull missiles if you can help it. Not just for damage reasons. Damn. But also because it resets cooldowns for him. So every time you dodge it, it sets him back in damage. But most people just stand in it because it doesn't seem like it's a lot of damage, but it really is. And when you stand in it, you're just letting him cast it again in a few seconds. See how he's able to just dive us? Our Stitches is just not doing bad for being a bot, which is crazy. But like just right there, he spread the bomb and then he stood in it again. That's the type of stuff a human player just won't mess up.
Death deterred no daughter of Scobos.
I don't hate his build.
Strike with fury.
It's a pretty strong one.
Shall come to this world.
Alright. Medivh might try and go on Jaina. Good juke. Top 80 carries in this mode. Cassia is definitely in that list if you play her right. I would say Thrall, but Thrall's more of a mix too. Most of his damage comes from being able to spam. Spam the ever-living heck out of his chain lightnings.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Oh, nice.
Your resilience, your spirit is strong, mortal.
We got him, but at pretty high cost. Keep checking the stats. We're still in the lead, but we're starting to die quite a bit. I feel like I'm not getting healed. And our white main, I don't know what he's doing, but like Jaina's fighting here, doing a good job. And he's at full mana. Kind of running around hitting creeps. I'm also, you know, like I said, that ult choice, while synergistic, I think we really needed her AoE heal that gives armor. You can just kind of walk into the middle of a fight and heal bomb.
I'm ready once more. As the oracles have
I think when you're a healer, one of the first things you should do is recognize who on your team, not just character-wise, but like from stats. Who is carrying you? And I'm not 100% sure it's me right now. I'm doing okay. But am I carrying the team? You know, that might be a little much. But if you can identify early on who's carrying you in the game, that's the person you need to heal, and you can adjust your build around it. Man, if Medivh was like literally any other character, we'd have more kills.
for Scobos.
Have to remember that our right clicks bypass all armor. Well, 20% I say all armor.
Meet your death.
Heal me, please, with your full mana.
Well healed.
Stay moving so I keep getting my own passive regen. We still don't quite have 75 stacks. That is our magic quest number. Alright, we dodged that ult.
The angels
Nice, good
smile.
job, bot stitches. I keep kind of whiffing my attacks a bit.
Double kill.
Meet your death.
Okay, there's 3 of them here.
No harm shall come to this world.
Enemy slain.
Nice. Get wrecked. And I was ready for him to come through that portal, which is why I launched that spear. Or javelin.
By your hand, we will survive.
You'll notice our javelin kind of gives us a little bit of vision. Zul'jin's, of course, finished with his quest, so his axes are going to be deadly. He gets 2 cycles every time he throws it. It's one of the most broken things in the game. It just does an obscene amount of damage.
The scourging is at hand.
And Cassia is not a bad counter to Zul'jin. I mean, a blind plus a lot of armor.
Your spirit is strong.
Wow, blown up.
Still a few tricks up my sleeves.
One of my favorite things to do with Cassia is just to target buildings. And just use the AoE from the lightning to hit people that try to defend on either side. We did a lot of damage there, but we didn't get any kills. 95k, we're 20,000 damage ahead of Zul'jin, which is great. I'm proud of that. Considering we have a tank, a bot tank that's bolstering their stats. Stats aren't everything, but they definitely are good indicators of skill sometimes when you understand what you're looking at. You'll see healers that have really low numbers sometimes, but maybe they have a huge impact on the game due to other talents like Tyrande, something like that. And it's hard to quantify their impact on a game just purely on heal numbers, right? Medivh's kind of the same way. Or someone like Genji or Illidan, right? Their numbers are always going to be low.
To war.
Enemies double kill. Triple kill.
Success.
Damn. We need to push. I can do a lot of kind of range damage here. Be way better if we were hitting stuff. If we were hitting people, we'd be reducing our cooldown, but you have to hit them with the primary missile. Now that the creep wave is caught up, we can push forward. If I could pick off some of these casters, that would be great.
Yes.
Leave characters like Zul'jin isolated. I didn't kill him. Damn.
Rise stronger than before, hero.
Yeah, I thought I had that Zul'jin. I know the camera angle is a little funky there. I think maybe we had a bad bounce on the ball lightning. I didn't go the infinite lightning. Perhaps I should have. They're making it pretty easy. It's hard to know how the enemy is responding to your ult until you have a lot of team fights. And if you see that you're able to get away with something like infinite lightning, good players will separate instantly. But if your opponents aren't separating, then maybe you could take advantage of that for the rest of the game. And it also reduces the cooldown. But I felt like these guys are pretty damn good players from what I've seen. And the armor piercing, the increased range, probably more important.
I am the queen's spear.
But whatever else is going on here, we just need to keep this push going.
Exceptionally done.
Try and get our catapults, our siege minions, get them on the core. And I think we'll have a chance of winning this game with a bot against very good players. Which I probably don't have to tell you guys is a rare occurrence.
The angels smile.
Medivh's down, it's a 4v5. Now's the time to try and win.
Weapons ready.
We dodged another ult. Damn, I keep missing. This is where I need to land my ult. I just couldn't get close enough. Please heal me, Whitemane. Please.
Strike with fury. Exceptionally done, healer.
There is strength in your heart. Call upon it.
Come on, 16%. I wasn't watching what Whitemane was doing, but she sure as heck wasn't healing me. She should have burned everything she had to top me off. Seriously, the game would be over. Instead, she died with full mana. Past a certain point on her, you just want to just start throwing down your heals. I don't want to be rude, but you can say something like,
Thought I had joined the Valkyries for a moment.
check the stats. We're still ahead by well over 20k. We could backdoor, but if we try and do that and fail, that's usually GG. Yeah, normally, guys, if you say something politely like that, people will understand. White mane has been changed. We need to stay close here, or else we'll lose the bounces. And now, yeah, now we can backdoor. They were already doing it, okay. Good game. Glad we caught that one, and I'm glad I didn't give up hope. We had a Stitches bot, and we still managed to win.
MVP.
Their Anduin did play very well. Top healer, no doubt. Only one death. Nice. 34% of the hero damage. We were top damage by 20k over a Zul'jin, a Mephisto, and a Kel'thuzad. That's incredible. Especially with a Stitches bot,
Epic.
who everyone voted for. That's hilarious. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me go ahead and see if I get any loot. It's been a while since I played Cassia. I don't know what my level is on her. Oh, we're not quite 10. That's surprising, because there was a hot minute where I played her all the time. But I basically only play Brawl now. I'm not that intrigued by, you know, standard matches. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. And if you want to see more Heroes of the Storm on the channel, by all means, please just ask. And I'll cast it whenever. Most of the time, it's a good time. Sometimes it's a stressful game. That was stressful. That was more stressful than the one before it, which was actually just pure fun. But I think we did Cassia proud. She's a powerful hero and a cool addition to the Heroes of the Storm roster. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Later.